Hello my friends, this is Stephanie Ritter-Mott from Courageous Living, and my passion in life is to help people go further and farther than they ever thought possible by maximizing the gifts and talents within them. Have you ever received a gift that's been really wrapped in nice wrapping paper or maybe special bows on it, and it comes as a surprise, so you're really excited to know what's inside the box? Or maybe you've given that gift to somebody else and you've watched their face light up as they unwrap that present. Well, in this video, I want to share with you the power of compliments, because I believe compliments are just like giving a special gift to somebody. The power of a compliment. When we give a compliment or we receive a compliment, there is a change that takes place in our body. And I'm going to tell you more about that in just a moment. Recently, I just wrapped up a You Are campaign on my social media platform. And I encouraged people to find 3 different people every single day and start with the 2 words you are and put a very nice compliment in that phrase. It could be, you are a really good friend, or you are special, or you're a great listener, or you have a really warm heart. And I did that throughout the week, and I encouraged others to do it. And I was really blessed by the responses that came back from people. I didn't do it for a response. I didn't even do it for someone to say it back to me. But every day when I was doing this, it just made me feel good knowing that I could bless someone just with the 2 words of you are and putting in a sincere compliment on the other side of that. But first, let's talk about what happens in us when we receive a compliment. And I think the same thing happens when we give a compliment, because we're seeing that reaction from that person. And so I looked this up, and compliments release a neurotransmitter dopamine, which is associated with motivation, focus, and positivity. So it activates a reward circuit in our brain. And it's almost like the brain gets that dopamine in it, and then it starts saying, do that again, do that again. Because it starts going through our body, and we start to feel really good about that, and we want to receive more of that. So I think when you give compliments to people, it's really an act of kindness. And acts of kindness come in many different ways. One of the things I think you can compliment someone is when someone tells a joke, you laugh too. Even if you don't get the joke, you laugh. You know, when someone's telling you a story and they laugh during the story as they're sharing it, you smile. You smile back to them. Because really what that's saying is, I hear what you're saying and I relate to what you're saying, or I want you to feel good about the story that you're telling me. This reminds me of a time when I was in the grocery store and I was in the checkout line and I had my kids with me. And there was an elderly couple in front of me, and the husband was putting all the food on the conveyor belt, and the wife turned and started talking to me. And she was talking about how long she'd been married to him, and she was going on and on and on about her history with him and her life with him. And there was times when she would laugh and giggle. And to be honest, I couldn't hear a lot of what she was saying because she was talking very, very quietly. But you know what? When she would laugh and giggle, I would laugh and giggle too. And it made her feel good. I could see it on her face. And later my kids said, Mom, that was a fake laugh. You didn't mean that. And I said, you know what? But she didn't know that. And I wanted her to know that I hear what you're sharing with me. I may not even know who you are, but I'm acknowledging you. And to me, that's a form of a compliment. Another form of a compliment is this. When you have someone on your heart and mind for a day or two, to me, that's a sign that we need to reach out to that person, that they might be having a really difficult day, or maybe there's a very difficult season that they're in. And so whether you call them, I know people don't call each other that much anymore, but you call them, maybe you reach out through social media and you just say, hey, you've been on my heart and mind these last couple of days. I just want to make sure everything's okay. To me, that's a compliment. That's an act of kindness, because it's saying, I care about you. And I want you to know that I'm putting everything aside because I want to acknowledge you and I want to reach out to you. You know, recently I was off of work for about 6.5 months. And I had a couple of friends that every few weeks they would just call me and just say, hey, how are you doing? How are things going? And even though I didn't have any news to tell them, it was just so good to know that they were thinking of me. And to me, that's a compliment. A couple other ways to show kindness through compliments is send someone a card. You know, I know we don't do that much anymore, but you know, when you receive a card from someone, it lets you know that they went out of their way to go to the store, to purchase it, to come home, maybe write a note in it, put the stamp on it, and put it in the envelope and mail it. Another way is to smile. Boy, you know, just to compliment someone by saying, I see you and I want to smile. You know, when you are feeling down and you're looking down, you know, smile to someone to get them to look up. Another way with giving compliments is if you're having a bad day yourself, maybe it's just not going right or it's just been stressful, you know what? Give someone a compliment. Because again, that dopamine is going to be released in your body and it's going to start changing the way that you're thinking and the way that you're feeling, and your brain's going to be saying, hey, do that again, do that again. So if you are feeling kind of down or just not feeling like it's a really great day, give someone a compliment and watch the change that's going to happen. So my friend, I hope that this message on compliments, whether you're giving a compliment or receiving it, really spoke to you and maybe challenged you to find ways to reach out to people. And you can also do that challenge of the you are. Send a text, send an email, call someone up, and just say, hey, you are, and then fill that in with something positive, uplifting, and edifying for that person. So until next time, my friend, continue to live that courageous life, be strong, and be kind. Have a great day. Hey my friends, I hope you found this video encouraging and helpful for everyday life. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button below. Also, don't forget to follow me on my other social media platforms.